So since 5 years, since you have Paro Robots, what difference have you seen?
Since we have Paro in our establishment for 5 years, we've noticed a lot of nice improvements with our clientele. We see when we come on the floors that a general interest in the people that are interacting with residents. We see that it calms them, it brings back sometimes a lot of memories. Sometimes they will start singing a song with the robot, and sometimes they will start talking and relating to different aspects of their lives that sometimes they tend to forget, and it all comes back once we're interacting with the resident.
So could we say that Paro helps regain some memories for the Alzheimer's patients?
For some people, Paro will have the tendencies to bring back some memories. They will start talking to us about a dog that they had, or a cat, or some memories will resurface with the people, and they tend to open up to us and relate stories and talk to us about different aspects of their lives before.
Do these memories last, or it's just during the Paro Robot session?
I believe that when those memories come to them, it's, I would say, mostly because we're talking about it, and c'est le moment présent.
Does Paro help reduce medication?
We have sometimes when we are in the process of using Paro and the person is agitated, it will help calm the person. So maybe then they will not give the medication right away. Sometimes we notice that Paro has a calming effect, and it will help to calm the person, so the clinical staff will not give the medication because the patient is calm at that moment, because we were using Paro.
What are the advantages for the medical personnel, the medical staff?
Exactly. So the advantages of Paro is that it does have many sensors on his body parts. It has mechanical movements that when the patient touches it in a certain way, Paro will react to the movements of the patient. It will adapt to the person too. So if, let's say, the resident is talking to Paro, Paro will lift his head and open his eyes and look directly at the person. If there's two residents, he will turn one side with who the person is talking, and then he will turn to the other, myself or the residents. He has different sensors. He knows if the robot knows if it's in a vertical or horizontal position. It will act differently depending on if it's on a table or if it's on the legs of, if the person is holding, it will act differently. He has also a screen that will, depending on how we touch it, he will react differently as well. The robot knows the difference when because of his sensors, he knows when it's light. When there's more light, he will be more active, as when it's darker in a room, say we use it at night, he will be more calm in the darker room.
And I heard that it can remember its own name.
Yes, it does remember. It reacts to the name. And the reason why we kept Paro, because we could have called it anything we wanted, the reason because we kept his name Paro is it's easily said in different, if you're French, English, Spanish, Italian, it's a word that everybody can use. So that's why, and when we do use Paro, he will wake up and look at you. It does have a lot of similarities with a real animal. Of course, it will never replace the real animal, but it does have a lot of similarities. And I think the most important similarity with the real animal is the human contact that we have with the resident.